Why did I shave my mustache and get this pimple right here? I've literally never, ever, ever thought about reading the Summer I Turned Pretty series. But my daughter has already binged all 3 books this summer, and I know I am literally like one of the last people on this planet to not only read but watch the show. Yeah, so I want to take the time to read these, see if they feel nostalgic to me, make me get all the high school feels. Am I gonna be cringed out or whatnot? And like, am I gonna be Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah? I really don't even know why there are teams. I don't know, like who's the good side, who's the bad side. Who did you guys vote for? You know what to do. Talk about it in the comments. Because right now, at this moment, I have no idea who is who. My daughter hasn't told me anything, and she finished the entire series this summer, and she did not tell me any spoilers. I told her, don't tell me anything. I want to know and find out for myself. So my plan is to get through these this week. They're pretty short. They're all less than 300 pages, and they're in typical YA fashion, like super big margins, super big words. So I always say this every time I do a reading vlog, I don't think that it's gonna take me that long, and then I fail. We'll see if I actually do it this week. Today is Thursday, so we're gonna see if I can read this from Thursday to Thursday or faster. I hope so, because I really want to watch the show with her and like catch up with the rest of the universe. I hope that I can get all of these read so that way we can have our little watch party finally. It's still the beginning of August, so it's still summery. It's not like we're in fall and I just waited till the end. We're at the beginning, and if I can finish these in a week, we'll be smack dab in the middle of August. You guys, wish me luck. Follow along. If you haven't yet, before I get started, go ahead and like this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and then we're gonna get right into the reading vlog. So I really want to get some reading done seriously, and even though I am currently on a book buying ban, I have decided to come to good old Barnes and Nobles this afternoon. I need to get some quiet time. I need to get a little bit of quiet time, and I really want to start this book off on a good footing and focus and get into the characters. So I would like to at least get like 4 or 5 chapters in here, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm gonna grab a tea, sit down at the cafe. I'm not gonna buy any books, but I'm feeling like I'm in the world of books. Does that make sense? Or am I setting myself up? I don't think I'm setting myself up. I'm really not going in here to buy anything. This is simply about reading the wonderful world of The Summer I Turned Pretty. So let's go in there, get some tea, sit down, get a few pages in, and I'll touch bases and see how I'm feeling about the book so far. Y'all are not gonna believe what I did at Barnes & Noble's. Before we get into how far I got, I'm sitting at the table, like I moved from the spot that I was at to go sit at a table, and when I got done, I spilled my coffee all over my pants. All over my pants, all over the floor. That was part of the update. I just wanted to update you guys, because I was like, okay, so not only are we on our cycle, but like we're spilling stuff all over the front of our pants. Yeah, but I digress. This here, I got to page 33, I think it is. Let me see. I got to page page 33. So actually I got to chapter 8, and that included like, remember I said I was in one spot and then I got up and moved, so that was actually part of the 30 minutes. So I was reading at a really good pace. It's very easy to read. The chapters are super duper short, which I love. Oh. So what I'm getting here is we have our main FMC, and I don't know her real name. Her name's Belly. Even if you look on the back of the book, they call her Belly. And then you have Jeremiah and Conrad, who are 2 brothers, and She obviously has come into her own already and everybody's noticing. So even the boy's mother is noticing and everyone's like, wow. And the boys are kind of giving her looks and whatnot. And that's kind of what I've gotten so far. She seems to have like be a part of them, but also feels like the oddball out because she is a girl and she has an older brother who's friends with them as well. And they kind of leave her out sometimes. And there's some teasing going on between the two brothers and also her brother, like literally calling her a crybaby and all of that. And it's definitely very summery right away. Like I feel like I actually should have read these in the very beginning of summer. It would have felt a little bit more summery, but that's okay. Like obviously you read it when you read it, and next summer hopefully some of you guys will enjoy reading it to start your summer, because I really do believe already that it is a wonderful summer read. We're already in the pool, we're talking about camping, we're already doing all of those types of things. We also have both of the moms who are best friends, and they've been best friends since before the kids were around. And I believe that both of them are also divorced. So there's a lot of dynamics that are going on within the story. So far, I like it. I think honestly, if I had absolutely no distractions, I could probably read this book in the matter of hours and just sit and be glued to it, because it had my attention right away, which I'm really enjoying. I don't really know what's what with the dynamics with each of the brothers. Jeremiah, who's the younger brother, seems more of like the flirty, adventurous, outgoing kind, who's like your typical teenage boy. And then Conrad is the older brother, but seems like he's more of like the laid back, chilled brother. That's what I've gotten so far. If I had to compare it to anything, let me think. Okay, so you know, Every Summer After and One Golden Summer, the Florrick brothers, I would kind of say that like Jeremiah reminds me of like Charlie, and then Conrad kind of reminds me of Sam. That's what I would say. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading. I'll do a couple more check-ins and see what I think about it. I finished book 1 of the Summer I Turned Pretty series last night. That was Sunday night. It did take me a few days to read it. There were like 2 days where I actually didn't read it. I was really tired. I was finishing up my cycle, and so I did not read. I'm being honest with you guys, like it was just not happening. But I finished this last night, and I don't recall the last time a young adult book made me cry. It made me cry. Let's get into it just a little bit, because I know that probably by the time I'm done reading the series, I'm gonna end up wrapping it all up and telling you how I feel. Let's talk about Belly. I finally got her name. It's Isabel. And I just, oh my gosh, I felt so nostalgic reading her story. I mean, I even talked to my brother last night about the summer before I started high school, and like how I went to my cousin's hometown, and like all of the experiences that I experienced, all of everything. This book made me feel like that. It brought me back to being 14, 15 years old, and I'm 34. And it made me happy. It made me smile so much. It just felt really good, and I loved it. It's definitely very summery. I truly wish that I would have done this in the beginning of the summertime, because it just has that really summery vibe to it. How do I feel about everything that happened? So this is your chance to leave before there are just a little bit of spoilers. If you're okay with a few minor spoilers, well, they're not minor, they are major, then go ahead and stay. So this is your chance to leave. Okay, we're back. When we have Jeremiah and Conrad and Susanna, their last name's Fisher, I believe, family, they have a lot going on behind closed doors, and really everything that's happening, the behaviors from the characters really are due to what's going on. And I'm thinking to like, these are teenagers who do not know how to react to things, don't know how to control their emotions. And so I feel like everyone also handles things differently, and I could understand why they're behaving the way they're behaving. So we have like one person likes this person and this person is not reciprocated because they like this person, but this person is pretending like they don't like this person. So then this person is actually going to this person to kind of get advice and love and friendship. And it's definitely a hot mess, and I cannot wait to see what happens. But what really is going on behind closed doors with the Fisher brothers, they're going through so much, and how Conrad is handling it, I don't know, like, you know, how that's going to play out, but I definitely understood. I'm the type of person who gets a little bit aggressive when I'm going through a lot of things, and I have a hard time still to this day. Like, it's something that I continue to work on even as an adult. So I understand why he was like keeping his distance, and he just seemed like not himself. Jeremiah being more loving and outgoing, and I just really enjoyed it. I really did. And I can see why my daughter binge read these like a day or 2 days a piece, because they're very bingeable. If I was her age, if these would have been out, I definitely would have done the same thing. So we are now faced with the conflict of what is going on with Conrad and Jeremiah's mother, and I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with that. And that is the reason why I cried. And now the next one is It's Not Summer Without You. I'm going to start this one. You can hear my kids are fighting. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to start this one until tonight. And I will touch bases with you guys on how I'm feeling about it. And my daughter's also rereading the last one before I get to it, so we can really sit and talk about it. That is my update. That's where I am with the series. It's taken me a little bit longer than I would have liked, but we're gonna continue. So far, so good. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I'm thinking like if I was a teenager, I would have been upset. I probably would have gave it 5 stars if I was a teenager. So I'm still giving this one 4 out of 5 stars, and then we're gonna get into this one and see how I feel about it. Sisters, I'm in a slump in the middle of this vlog. Let me start off by saying, if you feel like you need to take a step back from your hobbies, it is totally okay. And as I'm filming this right now, it is Wednesday, and you guys would have seen that I did not post anything Wednesday, August the 12th, because not only have I been super busy, but that busyness is making me feel like very uncreative. Like I cannot even remotely enjoy reading or creating or anything. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to get out of the way that I'm feeling, and I am going to be going back home again next month. So hopefully like seeing my mom and my family will make me feel a little bit better. I'm really missing home. Outside of that, also I did go to the surgeon today, the plastic surgeon. If you're new here, I lost 140 pounds originally, and I'm still at about 110-pound weight loss. I have put on a ton of muscle. I am always at the gym lifting heavy, so I did have skin removal on my arms and my stomach, and I went to go talk to him about a possible revision or what we should be doing next. And that has been weighing heavy on my mind lately too as well. Like it's just like after losing weight, sometimes it just still doesn't feel good. Like body dysmorphia is real, and we should be able to talk about that openly. And I'm being honest and open with you guys, even though this is supposed to be a vlog about the summer I turned pretty. I went to go see him, and we did talk about, you know, doing a breast lift to kind of remove some more of the excess skin and stuff like that, and I felt better. But before that, I do have to get my money together for that, because it is not cheap, and I don't get paid from doing YouTube. But he is going to revise this scar right here in the elbows on both sides to remove just a little bit more excess, and these kind of scarred over like hard scars because they got infected when he did the revision, and so it kind of messed up the healing. Arm skin removal healing is like one of the toughest things, and so it comes with the territory. But anyways, let me tell you where I am now. Finally, let's do an update on where I am in It's Not Summer Without You. I was not prepared for the revelation of what actually did happen in book 1. Like, I was not prepared. My daughter did not tell me. She said, yeah, Mom, I couldn't tell you. And I just felt so sad. And I just don't know, like, I don't have a team. Like, I'm not team anyone. I don't really like Conrad though. that much. I just feel like he's emotionally unavailable and he doesn't handle whatever he's going through in that great of a way, and everyone around him is like suffering, or when they're dealing with stuff, it's like, let's focus on Conrad. That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't know if that's just because I'm old and I'm reading it as an old person and it's like, okay, Conrad. But I love everything else so far about the series. Like, honestly, I'm really have been enjoying it. I'm on page 44. I have not read for about 2 days though. So I'm gonna try and do some damage tonight, and I'm gonna try and do the rest of the vlog non-stop and push through. Like, even if you look at my hair, the first day that I started this vlog, I had just did my hair and it was looking all good. And now since I've gone to the gym and I've sweated it out, that's how long it's been since I started this here vlog. I think it's already been like 7 to 10 days or something. I have no idea, but we're gonna persevere. We're gonna get through. And if you are in a slump, it's okay. It's okay. Good morning, you guys. So let's do a little check here. I made it to page 71. And I think this is the moment that was talked about, like where Jeremiah realizes that he loves Belly. And someone told me that I was gonna feel a certain way about when he fell in love with her and when Conrad fell in love with her. I don't know how I feel about it. I think that it's fair. I think that it's fair game. I don't think that when you fall in love with someone changes the quality of how you love someone. And maybe he also loved her in a different way beforehand. Does that make sense? Like, now that I'm older, I feel like the length and the quality, they just don't equal the same thing. But the chemistry might be different. Now, I don't see any chemistry between Belly and Conrad personally. I don't. I'm not seeing any chemistry. And like I said, our boy Conrad is emotionally unavailable. And Jeremiah actually seems to be the opposite. I could be saying this and I could be kicking myself by the end of this video, but that's just what I'm seeing. Now, since I am a mama and I'm still in my pajamas, no, okay, I need to do hair. So I have to wash at least 2 out of 3 heads that I need to do and braid their hair. And since it's still summertime, I'm literally been giving all the girls straight backs because it's the fastest thing and it just makes the most sense because we're going to the pools or going to get wet or whatever. Still, it's been gloomy, but my husband also left. So he is in the field, and if you are new here, he's in the military. So he's gone for an entire week for training, and I'm solo parenting. I have made a decision when it comes to finishing this one. I'm gonna switch over to audiobook today. I don't really want to get books that I have the ability to read physically on audiobook, but I'm gonna switch to audiobook so that way I can actually get this book done today, because the audiobook is only 6 hours and at whatever speed it's gonna be faster than that. So I'm gonna switch to audio, and then I can check in with you guys when I'm done braiding hair and tell you how I feel about it, tell you how I feel about Jeremiah, tell you how I feel about Conrad. And oh, by the way, also another cool thing is that in this one, that it's not just Belly telling the story, we're actually getting Jeremiah's POV. I don't know if we get Conrad in this one. Maybe that's the last one, but yeah, we get Jeremiah and Belly's POV. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna touch back with you guys when I'm done. All right, you guys, this is gonna be my final check-in before I finish. What is this one? It's Not Summer Without You, which is book 2 in the series. I am 40% of the way through. I am on chapter 18. And I'm gonna give you some thoughts while I do my little nighttime skincare. If you wanna know what I use to wash my face, because every time people meet me in person, they're always complimenting me on my skin. I do not overdo it. In fact, some of this stuff is kind of new to me, like in the past recent couple months, but I've been using the, how do you say this? The La Roche-Posay whatever. Okay, I'm from California. Do not laugh at me and my California accent. I'm discovering that that is a real thing. But I've been using this for like 2 years and I swear by it. And you don't even need the sensitive one. I do have like sensitive skin all over my body, but this does not bother me at all, and it keeps me with clear skin. So I don't have a toner. I usually use the Ordinary one, but I ran out of it, and then I can't remember why I started using the niacinamide. I think it's because it's supposed to help your pores, and I started using it like in the spring because in Virginia, since it's so humid, in like anytime there's like hot weather, my pores will open up. But yeah, so I'm using this anyway. How I'm feeling about it. I really had to sit on it, and I'm really enjoying doing the audiobook. And the reason why I'm only on chapter 18 is that I actually started it all the way over from the beginning just to get a good grasp on everything that's going on. And listening to this story, I just feel like Conrad is still emotionally unavailable, and I don't think that that's a healthy thing at all. But what I will say is that I can see where in life you are going through something and you just can't give what you want to give to someone. And maybe, I could be wrong, you guys probably already know. Oh, I'm going in with this Good Molecules Wake Up Eye Gel. You can use it in the morning and night. It's like a caffeine thing. And now that your girl is in her 30s, mid-30s, damn near, she gets the puffiness when she wakes up. I'm really puffy. If you've ever watched a vlog, you might see me like in the morning, and I'm super puffy compared to right now. Like literally everything is puffy. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Jeremiah, maybe because like they were friends, maybe she feels like comforting to him, and that's what made her so appealing. I don't know, I'm just was taking time to think and sit on it. But yeah, I just feel like maybe that's what it is, and that's where it's like tripping me up, because I want to be like, I'm Team Jeremiah because he's like outspoken about how he's feeling, but in his actions, not just words, but like in his actions. And my love language is acts of service. I'm trying to open this thing. Okay, so this is rose hip oil by The Ordinary. I am a oil girly. I swear by oil. If you've ever seen me in person, you're like, why does her skin seem so succulent? It's because I put oil on at night, and I feel like it just gets in there and it just feels so good. And I don't really like moisturizer. I don't like things that feel like lotion on my face. But anyways, yeah, so that's the whole thing. And then just bring it down here, because you know I have a little loose skin here from losing so much weight. It looks crazy, like I look greasy right now compared to how I looked like a couple seconds ago, but in the morning it's gonna be beautiful. Anyways, oh, you can even do like some of those massages, you know, the little and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to see how I feel about who they are as characters and why they're acting the way that they're acting. I do really like this series. I think it's very cute, especially for the younger crowd, because it's very nostalgic. It is definitely very summery. And yeah, oh, and in this one there's lots of like kissing. I didn't know, and so I was like telling her, I was like, you didn't tell me there was so much kissing in here. And she was like, just keep reading. So that was funny. It was like we had a little inside joke, and everybody's like, why are they laughing? Gotta keep kissing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read, and then I will give you guys an update when I'm done, either tonight, and if I don't update you guys tonight, then obviously you'll see me in the morning. So I'm gonna get into finishing book 2, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I feel like a teenager again, and not necessarily in a good way. Not in a good way. So I just finished doing the audiobook, as you see. And my thoughts. I'm putting myself in the shoes of being like a 16, 17-year-old again. Okay, you see, I'm stressed. Belly. How do I feel about this? I am feeling like Jeremiah loves her for the comfort of who she is. Okay, we're gonna start with the love. He's loving her for the comfort of who she is, and with losing his mom, it's something familiar, and it probably feels safe, and it feels good, and it feels trusting. And I feel like with the whole Conrad thing, it's like he's hurt and maybe he's trying to keep her away from that, but he's going about that all wrong because he's young. My girl Belly is just desperate. I'm screaming at like 16-year-old me because she's like begging for him to just love her and show his love for her, and he's not gonna do it. I mean, not right now, not in book 2. I don't know about book 3. But we're gonna have a spoiler again. So let's just giving you spoiler time to leave. Why are we kissing the brother? Why can't we just let it be? Okay, and how is Conrad's gonna come out and be mad? I mean, I'm saying how can he come out and be mad, but it's just like, yeah, he's gonna be mad because, I mean, they were together for some point in time. But what was this about cheating? Like, we skated over that. Who did he cheat on her with? Did I miss something? Because it said he cheated or something, and then we never came back to that. So I don't know, but what I did enjoy was seeing a lot of the going back. I did enjoy getting Jeremiah's point of view and seeing that, like, that dynamic between all of them. Also, the dad, he ain't shit. The first thing you want to do is sell the house without even talking to the, like, we didn't like him in the first book. We don't like him in the second book, okay? Also, Laurel, she is that girl. She is a girl's girl. She rode for her friend through and beyond, okay? Her friend is gone and she's still holding down the fort, even though both of their husbands ain't shit. So that was an experience. I really don't know how to rate it, but I want to rate it like as if 16-year-old me read it, and I will give it 4 stars. I will give it 4 stars because this is a great way for young minds to touch on heavy topics such as grief, complicated relationships, divorce. There's a lot of topics that happen when you're a teenager, such as drinking. I don't know if I can say losing your V. I don't know if I can say the other word on YouTube. I don't want to get in trouble, but there's a lot of topics that are touched on, and so far I think that it's great. It's not too vulgar, like, because me personally, I don't think that like the over vulgarized type of words and things, I don't think we have to introduce that to kids. Not saying that they won't experience it, but like the 14, 15-year-olds, even sometimes 16-year-olds, you don't have to do too much, and this is a great way for all of these topics to be talked about. So I'm gonna give book 2 4 out of 5 stars as well. Now, my daughter did just reread book 3, so that way we could be able to talk about it and it would be fresh in her mind. Oh, I had a burp. I should have just let the burp out because now I don't have an opening. If you watch my videos, you'll know that. Just go watch my opening. So the last book is We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. And I was gonna go into this blind, but because she pissed me off in that end scene, I'm like, what? Are they together? What happened? So it says her whole life Belly has been in love with the Fishers. But she not really. So I don't know why it's being like put out there like she's in love with the Fishers. No, she's in love with a Fisher brother who's in love with her. And she has love for the other Fisher brother who thinks he loves her. That's how I see it. And it says, Susanna was like a second mother to her. Conrad was her first love, and Jeremiah was her first real boyfriend. Now, after 2 years, Jeremiah gets down on bended knee and offers Belly what she has always wanted, to be Belly Fisher. She was gonna be a Fisher no matter what, huh? As Jeremiah and Belly head back to Cousins Beach to plan their wedding, Conrad comes home to tell Belly he made a mistake when he broke her heart. Now Belly must confront her feelings for Jeremiah and Conrad and face a truth she has possibly always known. She will have to break one of their hearts. Okay, so this is where I'm at. That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. And when I told my daughter I finished and I was about to start this one, she literally started giggling and said, okay, well, thanks for telling me. God. Okay, you guys, this series, I'm sorry, this series is actually taking me out. For young adult, it's actually taking me out because the way that young me would have ate this up is crazy. So I'll start reading it, and as of right now, it's Friday. And technically I need to finish this book today in order for you guys to watch it tomorrow. So wish me luck. I am unwell. I am currently on chapter 5 and I'm absolutely pissed. I'm so freaking pissed. Oh my jaw dropped. Like, I was completely unprepared. I'm gonna give my daughter a knuckle sandwich for the fact that she didn't give me any warning for what I was about to get into. I just wanted to give you guys that update before I go into the gym because I tried not to cry. Like, I just thought about being like young and just like, oh God, she trusted Jeremiah so much. But you know, it's like what I said earlier. I just feel like my AC is probably blowing way too loud in your guys' ears. By the way, I'm on base and it's an Air Force base, so you're gonna hear lots of jets. But like I said earlier, I just feel like they feel like friends that feel hurt about everything going on around them, and they're trying to find comfort in one another instead of just addressing everything. And now Jeremiah has hurt her. And I just feel so disgusted. That's all I want to say. I'm going to continue on and I'll let you guys know how I feel here soon. What in the world am I reading right now? I am so irritated. Number one. Number two. I literally did not check. I know I told you guys, I was like, hey, maybe we're going to get Conrad's POV. And we did. We finally have. We got the first glimpse at his POV. I'm just going through so many emotions right now. Like, I had to run to the post office, but I was just talking to my daughter. And I was like, girl, the mess that is this book. Just keep reading. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And I'm so mad that Conrad found out the way that he found out. And the more and more that this story progresses. You guys, see, if you made it this far, you remember all the way in the beginning, I was like, I don't see the problem with Jeremiah. But, like, they're friends. They're friends. And also, like, at the end of the day, when Jeremiah did what he did, even if he didn't know they were together, first of all, it's literally the same week. Secondly, you were friends first. So why would you have even thought to do that? That doesn't even make any sense. And then now, all of a sudden, everybody's finding out that you guys are engaged. And it just, nobody likes it. Nobody likes it, and it's moving so quickly. All right. Okay. Nah, but for real, y'all, I finished I'll always have summer last night. And I have thoughts. I have quite a few thoughts. Let me start by saying that this entire series is a great, messy, young adult series. I feel like the girlies that read this years ago probably really enjoyed like the Magnolia Park series. That's what I was getting from this, but teens. Oh God, there's so much to unpack here. I'm pissed. I mean, we didn't have to pick either one of them, honestly. I know that's not the point of the book, but I'm just stating that because I just don't understand. This one cheated on you. You decide you're gonna marry him now. You go through all the motions. This emotionally unavailable one who didn't want to tell you how he felt now wants you now that you're getting married. I really don't know. I really am gonna have to sit on this for a while, and I'll probably wait and talk about it a little bit more on my Instagram stories. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, that is always linked down below. So go down there and follow me, and at some point in time when I have more time to sit and think on it, I'll talk about it a little bit better. But that's really how I feel about it. Like, and then I was so upset because Belly and her mom's relationship was already so touch and go the entire time, and the way that she approached her getting married just really pissed me off. Like, I think I walked around my house pacing, saying that more times than I've said in the entire 6 years of living in this house, that I was pissed off. And my daughter was cracking up because she was mad about it too. She was like, she doesn't really have a team. She's more like, I guess, Conrad, but she doesn't really feel a way either way, which tells me how much alike we really are. By the way, this is chlorophyll in water, and I don't really like the taste. It's supposed to deodorize you from the inside out though, so I was like, oh, you know, I guess, and help with digestion because my stomach's always hurting. But anyway, let's get back to the books. All in all, I'm giving every single one of these books 4 stars because the messiness was done in a way where it was still tolerable. Like, in my adult mind, I feel like they're more like a 3.5 for me, but in my teenage mind, if I would have read these when I was a teen, I would have definitely given these 4 stars easily, hands down, very easily. So then we started watching the show last night. We started with episode 1. By the way, I thought these episodes were like 30 minutes long. They're 40 something minutes long. My daughter thought we were gonna stay up and watch it. Girl, I am 34 years old. 34. I made it through 1 episode. I was like, dude, if I don't get in this bed right now, I'm not gonna brush my teeth. So we gotta cut it off right here, episode 1. So I will continue to watch it, and I don't know if I'll vlog that or if I'll just talk about it on my stories as well. I haven't really decided. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the people that play the characters. I don't know, the boys in particular. Everyone else I love, I just don't know. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. But probably if I was my daughter actually said she wasn't seeing it either. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about the ending of this book. And it's really early, you guys. I'm actually gonna edit this today to get to you guys today. It's really early, but if you've read this, like, what is making you guys Team Conrad? What is making you guys Team Conrad so hard? You guys are going so hard for him. And like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like Jeremiah and Belly's relationship was built on friendship. Even in this book, their interactions while they're planning their wedding, it just feels like friendship, like they're playing, like everything is a joke to him. He's like, I don't know, I was so mad. I was so mad the way he told the family that they were actually engaged. Okay, so there are children who are up super duper early. But like I was saying, and there's one behind me, I felt like he was so disrespectful the way that he went about telling the family, like, against what she said. Like, I did not like that at all. And I mean, that was part of the reason why, I guess, you know, he's not the one for her. And I'm not gonna, I don't know. I'm still giving them 4 stars. I could not stop. I was pacing. I was literally pacing. I was listening to it at the gym. I was like, oh my God. All in all, you guys, I finally read the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I'm really happy I did. I'm really sad I waited so long. It is a very cute series. I definitely recommend it for your teens. Now, just FYI, if you're not comfortable with topics such as like smoking, intimate acts, there is some of that in here. It's not a ton. I would say a lot of it is more talked about in this one here, but other than that, like the smoking, it's like sporadic throughout here. Obviously, in the first one is when I mainly saw it. There's a mention of crystals, and that's all I'm gonna say. Put it together with starts with an M. There's a mention of that. So if you haven't talked to your kids about that, these are kind of topics that'll be brought up, like, or that they will be reading. Also, like skinny dipping. I remember when my daughter read it for the first time, she came and asked me what that was. Just stuff like that. It's just normal stuff that you obviously learn about over time, but it's just up to you if that's okay with you and your child reading about it, because they're gonna kind of learn about these things anyway. My kids homeschooled, but especially if your kids are out in public school, they're going to learn about these things from other kids, and it's honestly better for them to just learn it from you, so you can give them the perspective of if it's good, if it's not good, instead of other people telling them what's right and what's not right. So that's how I feel about that, and I'm exhausted, I'm pissed off, and now I have to go watch this show. Until the next time I see you guys, happy reading.